Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass Mary faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the point. This is America. My Lambo blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass Mary faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the point. This is America. My Lambo blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the second video I've done today, because the first video I did today was very groundbreaking and my computer was hacked. All kinds of nice little nanotechnology being thrown into my house, into my body, into my brain, trying to get me back under control. Because, you know, they can't send a sniper to put a bullet through my head at this point. So I'm going to make another more detrimental, truthful video. Now, I'm going to start with France. What's up, Legionnaires? Respect. Respect to that rogue battalion that protected me in France. You guys are awesome. You guys fucking rock. First of all, I'll start out with France. Now, I want you to understand that when I was in France, I met a man. If there was ever a man that looked like the real James Bond, like just had the look of all the Bonds, and the same arrogance, but the same joking kind of way, like just you could never stop this guy. And he had a chain around his left arm. It was really tight because he had a huge forearm, and the chain was really strong. I mean, the chain looked like it was cutting off his circulation almost, but it looked like he'd been wearing it that way for a long time. So it looked like it was a really strong chain. If you could take this chain off the guy, you could hang off the Empire State Building with this fucking chain. That's what kind of chain it looked like. So I was staying in a squat, and I was smoking. We were all smoking weed. And basically, there was a party, and someone must have dosed me with it was just, it seemed like some weed with truth serum, to be honest. I mean, let's be serious. I mean, come on, Legionnaires. I'm going to talk about how many times did you guys dose me with truth serum and ganja in Paris? Let's not go there. So that I'm being so truthful, okay? Because I never lie. I mean, that's the one thing that the Legionnaires found out, because when they thought like I was just too unbelievable to not be telling the truth, they dosed me with truth serum and nothing changed. I didn't change. What I said didn't change. Everything stayed the same. And they're like, huh? So anyway, back to when I met a man that looked like Bond. That's what I'll call him. I just basically broke down about my family, music business, Wilbur Jackson. I'm not going to even get into the Jacksons and all that stuff. And basically, started talking about my background with him. And it just got so to the point to where he was just laughing about everything. And we were just laughing about everything because it was unbelievable that me, being who I am, would be like there in this situation. So this was kind of like my entrance into, I guess, the French intelligence secret Stargate program, off-world travel in France. So basically, to make a long story short, and I'm going to say the code name because, I mean, they know it. You know, Darpa knows it because Darpa's been all inside my brain since then, you know? So the code word that he gave me and the operation that I am under is Cloak and Dagger. Now, I know this is very significant to the CIA because of Laurel Aston. Laurel Aston, after I told her about Cloak and Dagger, she remembered the name and she remembered the CIA scumbags that were trafficking her and using her, drilling her repeatedly about Cloak and Dagger. So guess what, assholes? To my neighbors, to the Mexican cartel, to the CIA DARPA Mexican cartel. You guys want to know about Cloak and Dagger? I'm going to tell you about Cloak and Dagger. And when I get finished, you're going to know that you're all dead. Let's be honest, okay? Everybody wants to know about Cloak and Dagger. Okay, so they're really afraid of Cloak and Dagger. I can tell you this, number one. Cloak and Dagger is a operation that is single-handedly designed to take down the hand of evil in every form, shape known to humanity. That's what Cloak and Dagger is. I am under this operation. I am the point man in Cloak and Dagger, if you really want to know. Why am I the point man? Because I am the one that can get out in front of everybody and not worry about catching a bullet, motherfuckers. So I'm the point man. I'm also the person that snuck on the Rothschilds train when I was sleeping in the subway in line 8 under secret orders. Let's get real, motherfuckers. Under secret orders, because I knew there was a Stargate in the Bastille. Now, I want you people to understand what I'm about to tell you in this video is going to rock the foundation of the US government, the French government, and every fucking government on the face of this fucking planet. Now, before I get into me getting into the French underground bases, I'm going to tell you what the Rothschilds did in 9/11. I exposed this in France. FBI agents came down to France because of this, and because of things like DARPA that they use to wipe people's memories, and that they used to wipe the FBI's memories that came down to France to investigate the 9/11 gold and just wipe their memories out. This is what the Rothschilds do, people. This is what DARPA does. So I want you to understand what the fuck happened, because I know what happened. And this is some secret government shit. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened exactly in Paris. I figured out exactly what the Rothschilds did during 9/11, and I'm about to tell you right now. the Rothschilds and the Vatican and the Freemasons and the Skull and Bones, the Satanic Order orchestrated 9/11. 9 represents the ending. It represents God, actually. But in their context, it represented their demonic god sealing this day to bring birth to their hell on earth. 11 is specifically the 1111 gateway, the gateway to the DNA. So I want you to understand the numerology, the satanic numerology of 9/11 before I tell you exactly what they did. The satanic numerology of 9/11 is basically, they cemented, and I say cemented because cemented is taking like a liquid and then it dries in a certain place and it becomes hard. So I use the word cemented in your subconscious. This is what they did during 9/11 because they showed it over and over and over, this horrific thing of these buildings burning. They showed everyone's seen it. When you think of 9/11, you get flashes of it. Do you think that's normal? This is Darpa. It's what they did. DARPA's a bunch of fucking satanic witches. Let's get real. So before they had this digital neurological wipe your mind shit, hey, they had the Jedi Force and they had normal witchcraft to do it. This is just an elevation of it. So what they did with 9/11 is they cemented this day, these killings, this bombing of New York, which has a place called Hell's Kitchen, where they cooked up the most diabolical, sadistic, satanic curse to ever plague the earth. That's 9/11. So what the CIA and NSA did on this day has not stopped. Has the war stopped? No. Has the bloodshed stopped? No. Have the soldiers come home? No. Has Israel just escalated even more of the war? Yes. Was not Israeli people called on the day of 9/11 and told not to go to work? Did anybody forget about that? Huh? Did anybody forget about all the Israeli people working in those buildings were told, oh, don't go. Don't go to work. Did you forget about that, Israel? Nazi Zionists created Israel. So then these fucking Nazi, Ashkenazi, white German Jew meaning, before they blew up the Twin Towers, they stole gold from who? Huh? Whose gold did you steal, Rothschilds, huh? You stole Japanese and Chinese gold, motherfuckers. Don't forget about that, Rothschilds, huh? Don't forget, you stole from Asians. So, they loaded the gold from the gold deposit reserves under the Twin Towers onto trains with SAS and CIA operative joint operation. So then the SAS and the CIA with Navy SEALs also took these trains, met up with a truck, and this truck went to, guess where? The New York port. And all the gold was loaded onto a barge. Then this barge out in the middle of the sea met up with some nice yacht-like boats. Not too big because you could sail them right into Paris. Now, these boats were loaded with the gold by the Rothschilds. They were their boats, their personal boats. So, then these boats, they took these boats into the Bastille of Paris. Then, this gold was taken into the underground base of the Bastille. That's 9/11. FBI agents, French agents, Interpol agents came down to France when I was reporting this, but you motherfuckers probably don't remember because of Darpa. Darpa has the ability to wipe people's memories along with Echelon and completely erase any knowledge of any event. So, now you know we're really getting into the Operation Cloak and Dagger. This is no joke. I told you, U.S. government, I will fuck you up. So, let's move on. So, I want you to understand the structure of the Bastille. The structure of the Bastille is precisely like this. Every fort, because that's what the Bastille was, has a keep. What is a keep? The keep is where they normally keep the treasures, the most expensive stuff, because it's always the most protected of the country. At one time and point, that is what the Bastille was in France. Never forget this. The keep never moved. The keep just got built onto while the above part of the city kept growing also. The Rothschilds owned that property because it was taken by the Nazis when they came to Paris, and they built an underground bomb shelter where the keep of the Bastille used to be. This underground bomb shelter turned into a secret French intelligence base that housed off-world Stargate projects. Welcome to the real world. So also, I want you to understand that because this base is what it is and where it is, and the Rothschilds own more property in France than any Frenchman, this is their underground base. They control this base. So they can take any fucking thing, have, big closed off treasure rooms. I'm not going to even get into how much shit's down there. Not to mention their off-world travel down there. And I'm talking they have things set up to where they can take a train, literally a whole train, and train tracks through a Stargate and end up on an off-world. This is what the Rothschilds did. This is the underground base in Paris, France, in the Bastille. So, myself, I slept in line 8 in the Bastille because I can't find a place to stay. Oh, it's so cold. Let me go sleep in the Bastille. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go sleep in the Bastille. So that's what I did. So I slept in line 8. Line 8 has a direct line to the underground base because line 8 is where the base is, let's be honest. So, the Rothschilds take their money train and move around money under the city when the trains are closed. They have underground tunnels from their banks, even from their homes, leading to their secret train station. It is a whole underground network. We're talking about the Nazis, people. The Nazis who were so bent on the Vril society. The Vril society was a society that based themselves off a fairy tale book about the Vril. And supposedly it was an underground society. Excuse me. And they believed that a child would be born with the powers of the Vril, with the thought this child could destroy a world or put together a world. This was called the Vril child. Hey, Nazis, guess what? You ain't got your Vril child yet. But I can guarantee you there's something a lot more deadlier out there, and he don't like you very much. So, anyway, I went off world. Now I'm going to tell you what the Rothschilds did. Now, before I tell you what the Rothschilds did, I want you to understand what the Nazis did to the French and how it never stopped, because they never stopped doing it to us. And the Rothschilds still live in these homes, in these mansions, where these war crimes and atrocities were committed on French children. 120 Days of Sodom is a film about what the Nazis did to the French children when they first came to France. I'm going to explain it to you. I want you to get a really, really, really good picture of what the Nazis did and how it never stopped. They just got more secret about it. 90 Days of Sodom consists of when the Nazis came to France, they rounded up all of the politicians' children, all of the royals' children, whether they were 10, 14, 15, 16, the younger the better. And they rounded them up and took them to a big mansion out in the middle of nowhere in France. These mansions the Rothschilds still own today. So I want you to understand what they did with these kids. And it's what these fucking cartel fuckers still do to children. What the CIA still do to children. What these Nazis still do to children. And they covet it, and they're so secret about it, and they're so fucking scared of people knowing. So the next time you see a CIA or NSA or DARPA or, secret government Freemason fuck, this is what they're into. It hasn't stopped. It's only evolved. So in 90 Days of Sodom, they take these young kids, babies, children that didn't even have a life yet, that were innocent and taken just because they're fucking pedophiles. All of them. They were taken and they were told to shit. And then they were told to eat their own shit. And they were told to do this over and over and do it to each other. This was the first part of their training. Then the second part of their training consisted of learning how to suck dick, learning how to eat pussy the proper way, their sexual deviance. Then they progress into their S&M and bondage teachings, along with witchcraft teachings and prayers and submission. This is 90 Days of Sodom. It is the most horrific, disgusting, vile movie ever made, but it's based on a true story. So I want you to get a clear picture in your mind what they did, these Nazi fucks did a long time ago. Do you think they stopped? Fuck no. They just got secret about it and went in underground bases like in Paris, France. And they've started kidnapping children and women and taking them down into their secret underground, Rothschild-controlled owned Nazi bases in France. So now you're getting the picture of the operation that I'm part of, motherfuckers, Cloak and Dagger. So, that's 90 Days of Sodom. The director ended up killing himself during the filming of the movie. All kinds of crazy shit happened because it was just sick. I mean, even if you're reenacting these fucks, it's just demented. So, let me tell you how the story got out. There was a Nazi faggot, and he couldn't wait to just pop one of the little boys in the ass, actually his little boy, because they're all paired up. They're like, oh, I want that one. Oh, I want that one. Oh, I want that one. That's mine. That's mine. And so at the end of the ritual, they're supposed to take the virginity of the child. They still do this. I hope you're really fucking scared, Darpa and Nazi scumbags. You hear me? This is what they do. Witches. So then, the French children, God bless their souls, they got smart. They took their own virginity. They fucked each other. Because they knew that the Nazis wanted this so bad. This was their prize. And so, at the end of the film, you see the one boy that got popped in the ass up in the tower overlooking the other children, tied down on the ground with spikes, spread eagle, on their stomachs, and they were tortured and hacked to death, basically. 90 days of Sodom, 120 days of Sodom, depending on what country you're in. So, that's what the Nazis did to the French kids when they first came to France. How long do you think the French have been waiting for this? Huh, Mexican cartel? Huh? How long do you think? CIA, huh? How long do you think we've been waiting to kill all of you? Let's be honest. I'm being honest. I don't lie. No need to, because the truth is too fucking good. So, Cartel, can you hear me now? So I want you to understand what the Rothschilds did in off-worlds. What, you think Evelyn Rothschild and the Windsors and all these satanic CIA fucks and all these scum fucks that Laurel Aston has talked about what they did to her and how they raped her, and Mr. Stephen Binion, that's an off-worlder. He's not from this time, not from this world. How he came from an off-world into this world and started raping and doing whatever the fuck he wanted to our women, our sisters, our mothers, our babies. It's a fucking rapist from another dimension. So I want you to understand what the Rothschilds have been doing with their off-world shit. There are other worlds, people. They've been to off-worlds. I've been to off-worlds. Let me tell you what they did. Imagine a world untouched by Nazis, of good people that evolved without Nazis. Imagine a timeline like this where the Nazis never existed. Do you know this earth would be a heaven on earth right now if they never existed? Newsflash. So imagine when they got a hold of this kind of technology and they found out, there are worlds where we don't exist, where people get along in peace and actually trust people, and they don't even lock their doors. There's no crime. They went to these worlds and had a fucking field day. They started raping, pillaging, setting up prostitution, because these people had no defense. They never needed to defend themselves. They were a worlds of peace. And these fucking Nazis, with their ships, with their aliens, with their clones, with their fucking demented soldiers, go to these places and start ruling them like an iron hand and turn these worlds into satanic worlds virtually overnight. Because these people never had to deal with such debauchery that we have to deal with in this world. I'm not kidding. When you go to these off-worlds, and these people know that you're from here, and who's running things there, you can smell the fear in them. It's insane. So, this is what the government is so afraid of Laurel Aston getting her memory back. Well, hey guys, guess what? You shouldn't be afraid of her. You should be afraid of me. So, guess what? Hey, can you hear me, Cartel? CIA fucks across the street, and you had all your friends come over today because you were scared of, what I recorded. Are y'all still there? Are you shitting in your pants? Good. So, this is what the U.S. government has been doing with Darpa. Now, it's time to rip Darpa a new asshole. Darpa is used by Tempest and Echelon. Darpa has everyone's neurological brain pattern and brain waves cataloged. If you have a cell phone, they got it. So, have you ever really known the purpose of cell phones, people? Let me tell you what they do with cell phones. Why cell phones are so important for the Rothschilds and Darpa and these time thieves. If they need to make an adjustment, that's what they call it, they will hack into everyone's cell phones and all at once send a neurological signal specifically to the part of your brain that per se lived, if they need 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week, to wipe that week away and to put a false memory in place of that memory to coincide with whatever they need you to do. This is Men in Black shit, but this is on a worldwide level. And then they have the other governments involved with them because they're telling the governments, oh, we have to do this to preserve time. And so then there are other secret governments within their governments around the world that operate with this and use this to, and that allow this. They are time bandits. They're not trying to preserve time. They're trying to preserve what they've done in other timelines, in other off-worlds. Because let me tell you this. They are addicted to the kind of power that they have in these worlds. They don't have it in this one. They're really trying to have this kind of power that they have in other off-worlds, that they've turned into basically sex slave camps, whole worlds. When they come, they'll take any kid. No questions, no nothing you can do. They will even come into your home and fuck your child and then take your child. This is what they want in this world. This is what DARPA is part of. This is what the CIA is part of. This is what the NSA is part of in off-worlds. You will not believe the shit that they do in off-worlds and how they operate. It will blow your mind. So then when they come to this world, when they open up portals and use their warp cars, because they've been driving around my house since I've lived on this street, and a lot of them have been getting killed, let's be honest. Whoop, whoop. Because they're stupid. Rat trap motherfuckers. So they just, they warp in with their cars. I'm not kidding. Because they love going back and forth. So for the ones that are here, that are from those worlds and those off worlds, and that got with the bloodlines that form the hierarchy treaties and shit, oh, you're fucking dead. All of you. We know exactly who the fuck you are. Every single one of you. Fucking degenerates. So, this is my video. This is the shit that, they've been spending millions of dollars on. So these witches across the street cast their fucking spells on me and this goddamn house. Every fucking second, something goes wrong. They're off-world witches from futuristic timelines where they know that their timeline, where the Nazis went and did all their shit, if they don't tie down this timeline, they will cease to exist. That's why they came back to the future. Now you get it. So DARPA, you can't even beat me with your connections with your supercomputers in the future. You can't even beat me surrounding me with motherfuckers from off-worlds from future timelines. You still cannot stop me, Nazis. So welcome to the real world, people. This is what they've been doing. With cell phones, they wipe people's memory. They'll wipe a week away from the world if something goes on in that week that really needs to be adjusted and forgotten. And you're wondering, how do they do it? Well, cell phones. And you know that feeling where you like feel like, I could have sworn it's like it was Monday, but then somehow it just ends up being like, you know, Wednesday or Thursday? Or your cell phone just happens to not get reset? Now you know why. You're not crazy. They slip up. They're not perfect. So DARPA, you are going to become the most hunted fucking society on earth. CIA, NSA, neuroscience, mind hackers. This is what they do. They must hack into your mind to create massive ways of wiping people's memory and massive mind control. DARPA, in a nutshell. So hey DARPA, can you quit sending that annoying fucking frequency through my computer? Can you stop sending these fucking nanotechnology fucks shooting at my window? Huh? Can you tell the witches across the street that they're fucking dead? And to stop cursing me. Because they've got more shit pointed at them than they could possibly ever imagine. The closer you are to me, the more dead you are. Nazis. And the only thing you can do, you psychotic stalkers, is run. And get the fuck away from me. Because the closer you are, trust me, the sooner you're going to get what's coming to you all. Sick of it. Really fucking sick of it. I had a Mexican cartel piece of shit named fucking Cesar Augusta, who's a fucking drug dealer. Works for the fucking cartel. His father too. Cartel. All fucking cartel. Still 70 grand from Laurel Aston and her jewels. Her retirement fucking money. The last person you want to steal from is me, motherfuckers. So let me tell you something about Cesar Augusta's wife, who's the head of the Cancun Travel Association. Cesar Augusta's cartel. How is it that his wife sits at the head of the travel association, huh? Get it, travel? I mean, he smuggles drugs, so his wife is the head of the children's Cancun Travel Association. So what the fuck does that say to you? Huh? I got a question for Cesar Augusta's wife. Have any children, during the time that that woman's been the head of the Cancun Travel Administration, have any children from Cancun come up missing? That's my question. Has any children from Cancun come up missing during that woman's administration term? Go to France. Oh, See some Rothschild French pedophiles. Oh, I want that one. Oh, I want that one. Oh, I want that one. And they may not take that child when they're overseas. That's too obvious. It's much easier and much more convenient for them to come here, or for that child to be smuggled and taken from the streets here. So has any Cancun children come up missing that have traveled under Caesar Augusta's, wife's administration? That's my question, Mr. Augusta. To Caesar Augusta's father, Mr. Doctor. The cartel needs doctors too. When you get shot, who takes out the bullet? You can't go to the hospital, got to report that shit. So, Caesar, is your father a cartel doctor too? These are my questions for the man that stole 70 grand from me. I warned him. I sent him messages. Actually, and the messages that I sent him were of the same nature that I just spoke about. And I sent them on a cell phone. And I did use the buzzwords drug dealer, pedophiles, cartel. I even called him Mr. Drug Dealer Kingpin in the messages I sent to his cell phone. So I want you to know he can't leave Mexico. He can't go anywhere now. He is on the international watch list. These were key buzzwords to trigger international satellites on his ass. They're always watching me. What's up? So the words pedophilia and human trafficking and all that shit, that's common with me. But for me to send it to somebody on a cell phone like that, that ain't common. Calling somebody a drug dealer, which he is, and I'm wondering who paid him and how much did he get paid to take $70,000 in jewels from me. And so next move is, okay, so we're not going to have enough money to pay the rent next month, which he should have paid for the whole year, but I'm not sure he did. So then the cartel's next move is, oh, no more internet, no more videos, you're out on the street, Negro. Yeah, right. I'll be surprised if most of you live through the night. Walk in the light, people. It's getting real. Peace.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass very fat accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My damn old blue nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you. Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you